logged and documented. To obtain your NGU instructor role, you must be in the subdivision for at least 15 days and a senior operator for 15 days. Additionally, it is encouraged to have no disciplinary action against you within the department. It is not mandatory to know the entirety of the TNRP penal code. However, it is a must to be familiar with any/all narcotics/organized crime related charges. The TNRP. Oh wait. I'm not going to say that. Certification trainings must be done only by an NGU instructor that possesses said certifications. Some of the following certifications are as follows. Undercover certification allows you to go undercover and conduct however operations and patrols. Warrant certification. Gaining the certification, you are taught how to properly file, search, and arrest warrants. You are also taught basic tactical training as well to how to serve said warrants. Having the certification allows you to organize and lead warrants. Not having the certification does not bar you from participating on a warrant. You just cannot lead it. Trainings for this certification can also be fulfilled by a valid cert instructor. NGU instructors. In order to qualify for an instructor, you must be at least a senior operator for 15 days, possess all certifications, and be in good standing with an LSCSO, meaning no recent punishments. Issued equipment. NGU deputies are equipped with the same standard equipment you normally get as an LSCSO deputy, however, there are some differences. Some of the equipment includes, but is not limited to, service pistol, service rifle, no suppressor unless you are currently part of the SRT team. Taser, level 4 plates, includes stab vest and body armors, scales, drug test kits, evidence bags, Narcan, bag containing plain clothes for only those who possess a undercover certification, and standard LSCSO med bag. Appearance standards. You must be... Okay. We gotta change that up a little bit. Footwear must be closed-toed shoes. When picking a duty belt, please be mindful of what is on the belt, as well as the vest you choose. Avoid running dual tasers/radios. Most holsters are acceptable, with the exception of a few. You are allowed to choose what plate carrier you would like, as long as it is in the list of authorized vests in the uniform roster, which is just make sure it says gang unit on it. Vehicle structures.
Oh, and with that, what I prefer is some variation of, if you took your vest off and your belt off, you wouldn't look like a cop. Pants, hoodie, nothing flashy.
Yep. Because you also don't want to stand out. Vehicle structure. All members must follow the department vehicle guidelines that adhere to your rank, no exceptions. License plate. The license plate guideline is to be followed at all times. Failure to adhere to the guideline will result in a punishment. The license plate must read NGU as well as your call time. For example, you can go, 01 NGU 312 or 02 NGU 312 or just something random, as long as it has your call sign and NGU, and make sure it's visible to see. A driving policy. While active as NGU, you are to abide by all traffic laws at all times. Reckless driving will not be tolerated and will result in immediate punishment. No one should be in opposing lanes of traffic at any time. Failure to abide will result into immediate punishment as well. While patrolling, all uniform and vehicle guidelines must be followed at all times. All units must utilize unmarked vehicles at all times in NGU, unless completely on operation undercover and utilizing our plainclothes uniform.
You'll notice with our vehicle structure, we don't run cars. Not enough room for all of our equipment. Something we run trucks and SUVs.
Yes, always. Okay. Primary area of focus, right? This is the areas that we have noticed drug activity, gang activity, stuff like that. When active as NGU, you should devote most of your attention to southern and eastern Los Santos, as well as Little Seoul, as these areas face high levels of gang activity and distribution of narcotics. Some of these areas include, but are not limited to, Davis, especially Grove, Strawberry, Chamberlain Hills, Rancho, El Burro Heights, and Los Santos ports. The ports are a really big one. That's where most of our NGU drug busts have been so far, is at the ports.
By the way, everyone, radio 420.
Base. When on patrol in these areas, body armor is mandatory to wear aside from special circumstances such as undercover/low visibility operations. Sorry guys, my dyslexia is going crazy. This is for your safety due to the high violence against LEO in these regions. Additionally, is to highly be encouraged to patrol as a union if there is not enough manpower. If there is enough manpower. Things you will encounter. You will face a large variety of narcotics while patrol as NGU. Knowing how to identify them is a crucial part of the job. You are issued a drug test kit as well as a scale to assist and identify the type and quantity of these narcotics. With the widespread usage and distribution of narcotics, it is important to know what constitutes intent and to distribute as well as possession related to charges. You will face organized crime, specifically gang activity. It is important to know these traits of these gangs and what they wear. Right now, there's not really any gangs in the city due to, the sky gods. So we don't got to worry about that, but we're still going to go over it for when gangs come back. Gangs are a group of... Yes. Gangs are a group of 3 or more individuals committing crimes 3 or more days a week. That can be identified by clothing / identifying tattoos or markings around the area where they loiter. Should be noted that two gangs often switch between cooperating and fighting with each other 24/7.
Keep in mind that the 2 gangs that are present in LS will fight about everything except for their hatred for LEO. Mm-hmm. They will kill each other until it comes down to cops getting involved, and then they will work together to kill you.
And then start killing each other again.
And then kill each other.
Yeah. It's the only thing they can agree on.
My head popped in fucking 5M. That's alright.
I saw it coming.
I'll finish writing this up. Or reading this.
Yeah.
Traffic stops or calls. When conducting any sort of stop or on a scene, it's important to respect the rights of the suspect. Just because you are part of NGU does not mean you can disregard said rights. Anybody who is either found violating rights or abusing your position in NGU may face disciplinary action within the LSCSO or by the government.
You can lie to them. You can lie through your fucking teeth to them, saying that you're going to get something for you. You got a deal. Your buddy talked. You can lie right through your teeth. That is completely okay to do. Just can't violate their rights. You can lie to them though and try to trick them. Weird how our rights work, eh?
Some rights to bear in mind are the need to have probable cause as well as the suspect's 4th and 5th Amendment
also,
rights.
if you guys pause, look in the side chat for this VC. You will see 2 PDF slideshows. I expect everyone here to read through them completely and understand them. They're very important because that part's how drugs are scheduled, how you refer to them and all that. So that's very important. So be reading through that while he's talking to you here.
Okay. In the event of an arrest, you must not proceed with questioning until the Miranda rights have been advised to the suspect. The arrest procedure. When placing a suspect under arrest, you must inform them of the charges being placed against them. You must not proceed with questioning until the Miranda rights have been advised to the suspect. You must search the suspect once before placing them in your patrol vehicle and once before going inside any station. Once you get place a suspect under arrest or in cuffs for detaining purposes, you are not to keep your eyes off the suspect unless a supervisor is on scene and agrees to watch the suspect. You are not required to present a lawyer prior to questioning. If you are not interrogating the suspect, you are to ignore the commands for a lawyer and continue with your booking process. Supervisor requests are not mandatory, but you must request one for one at least once if requested by the detainee. Upon the completion of an arrest while on as NGU, you must fill out an NGU arrest form while detailing the arrests as well as submitting the arrest report from CAD. When seizing something for evidence, fill out the seizure form. This is to ensure everything that is properly documented, that there are valid receipts, things that could be documented and included but are not limited to narcotics, firearms, either illegal firearms or ones to commit a felony, scales, baggies, large amounts of cash. If a vehicle is used and is impounded, the make/model of it shall be documented, and then SADOT or county tow should be called in to bring either the SODOT yard or an impound lot. When wanting to file an arrest or search and seizure warrant, please go to the civilian Discord and obtain a court pass. From there you can go to the warrant signatures and channel and have a judge sign upon it. Upon approval from a judge, forwarding a copy in the NGU chat and ping an NGU supervisor. If any assistance is needed filling it out, feel free to reach out to either an NGU supervisor or one of the heads. All other LSCSO forms must be filled out, such as time cards, use of force when applicable. Arrest reports should also be submitted in the regular CAD/arrest ticket channel.
Right now, the arrest thing for the form is kind of up in the air right now. So for now, until everything is like done up for like today or until we tell you otherwise, just make sure that you're extensively documenting everything on their character. And then for the time being, just throw it in NGU chat until it is up and running. It might be done before then, but if not, do that. Go ahead.
All right. Internal and external department collaborations. Due to the nature of NGU's mission and statement and goals, you will also often find yourself working alongside with other LSCSOs, subdivisions, and other law enforcement agencies. Interagency collaboration. You will often work alongside other agencies when working on such scenes such as large-scale drug busts or sting operations. If another agency has a lead on a case or a scene, please respect them and cooperate. And just agencies you may work with and hold on, give me a moment. Agencies you may work with include, but is not limited to, SASP, LSPD, DEA, FBI, and USMS. When on scene with them, you must remain respectful at all times, as you are a representing LSCSO. If you yourself face disrespect, request either a supervisor or open a report ticket in the TNRP Department Hub Discord. Subdivision/certification collaboration. Requesting these units for their respective skills is heavily encouraged upon, even mandatory at times, such as situations where you need a K9 or you face heavily armed suspects. If you are unable to contact anyone within the LSCSO in these units, you are more than welcome to request units from other agencies. LSCSO subdivisions. Some of the following LSCSO subdepartments you may find yourself frequently working with include K9, SAERT, ACT, and Port Authority. External subdivisions outside of LSCSO you might work upon is SBI, SASP SBI, SASP DCU, SASP SRT, LSPD K9, LSPD CIU, DA K9, DA SRT, FBI SCID, FBI SWAT/HRT, USMS SOG, USMS
now
K9.
I know my APC, sorry.
And then USMS FRTF. If no K9 or SRT units are available within LSCSO or Los Altos County, then you can go to switch to Blaine County frequencies and request units there. Any all policy breaking law and VTL violations will not be tolerated, and you will be subject to internal investigation. And all said in the SOP subject to change at any time by the order of the commander or CSO command. That is the whole SOP, and it's originally written by Stevens and Anthony, and revised by me and Williams.
Okay, hold on.
God, that's a lot of reading.
You're a lot of reading.
It's a lot of reading, but the part that fucked my brain up was the units that we can utilize as well, like the FB. Like,
Okay, so yeah, we can utilize a lot of other units with their subdivisions. I know we are partnered with, at this moment, me and Train have reached out to the SASP CIU. They're 01 and 02, and we have
pretty cool.
We do have a partner agreement with them. So if they need any of us, they are under our disposal, as well as if we need any of them, they are in our disposal.
We gotta run around like chickens. Oh shit.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I do.
I'm not even in the game right now.
No. Nah,
Yeah,
nah. All right, cool. We're good. Also, another thing that I want to put in is like, at least who I am as a person. If you're gonna be someone who's like, I don't know, really angry and fucking around and shit all the time, you won't be an NGU for very long. I know all you guys that are here. Well, Tevin, I don't really know you well, but I hope I can get to know you. And I know the people here are good at what they do, and we're, you know, kind of sticklers about shit. And that's one thing that I appreciate. But just know that that's kind of like a requirement for me, is I want people to look at NGU and especially LSCSO as a whole and be like, okay, what are those guys doing over there? That's fucked. All right, we're here to nicely make everyone look bad.
I don't know if you remember, Williams, you actually helped me get set up with my CAD and stuff before Riviera did my training.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this was like when I first started?
It was a while ago.
Are you guys still next to Mission Row?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna head that way. Williams, if you can
I came back
let them in.
I came back 10, 11 days ago now.
Yeah, so this was on 4/19, so...
Oh, yeah, this would have been when I first joined, yeah.
Okay, so the next thing we are gonna talk about is probable cause.
Yeah. I'll do the probable cause presentation, so everyone pull it up. I got this one.
Yep.
You gotta do the slideshow, though.
Alright. I gotta do the slideshow? My
slideshow,
streaming's not working for that.
I'll do the
I can
slideshow,
try.
and you can just read along. Alright, so I'm gonna throw this up on mine. Alright, guys, so probable cause is fucking important. I wrote this before I fucking left. So what is probable cause? Probable cause is to establish probable cause to search. Peace officers must be able to articulate, so if you don't know what that word means, be able to explain how and why they have a fair probability to believe A, a crime has been occurred or about to occur. Evidence pertaining to the crime exists. The evidence is at the location to which they wish to search. A peace officer's training experience is relevant in establishing probable cause. Facts must be seen and weighted as understood by reasonable officer with that particular's officer training and experience. So for an officer who just say doesn't normally know too much about narcotics, right? Coming in and, oh yeah, I thought he had this. Okay, I get you've been a cop or whatever. A guy who's been running narcotics for 5 years is gonna know better than him. So he would be able to establish that, okay, yeah, I saw this, and because of that, his word would weigh more.
I'll be
in
right
a
back.
court of law into establishing that probable cause because of his previous experience. Hence why I got y'all in here, right? So knowing the difference of when you can, because I've had a couple calls last night, and I knew who it was, and I know you're watching, and I appreciate you. I didn't have probable cause for shit. Someone calls someone suspicious standing by somewhere, and you go up there, and they're not like following through, others saying that he's weird and just standing there. Other than you can ask him for his ID, but even that. Right? You have to tell them why. Is he doing anything suspicious other than someone phoning? Maybe they're angry at this person, right? So if you come up and he's not doing anything and he's standing outside of a fucking thing and you ask him for his ID, he doesn't technically have to, unless like, you know, someone suspicious standing somewhere is not a crime, right? Someone has to be able to witness a provocation, a destruction of property, or some sort of crime against a person, and articulate to you that there is a crime being committed or they're witnessing that. Because remember, if they lie, they go to jail. So you take their word for what their word is, right? Hence why perjury is a crime. There we go. That's why we take it for what it is, right? So just make sure that you have probable cause is very important. Sometimes you can't do anything, right? If you actually know the law, a lot of times you can't. Suspects' rights. Fourth Amendment protections, rights of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. No warrant shall be issued without probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, meaning that, like, someone saying, this is what I saw, I'm about to possibly ruin someone's entire life. That's very true. Hence why we do that, particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. So if I'm looking for an item, I'm going to switch my camera here. Everyone can see my camera? Okay, if I'm looking for an item in a search warrant, that is this, okay? You can only look in places where this will fit. You can't look in a safe. You can't look in a little dresser that's not big enough to fit this. It has to. That's why when we're looking for certain drugs, that's why your house gets torn apart. When they're looking for a certain item, papers, you can put papers in a lot of places, right? So that's why they can tear apart your house sometimes. So that pertains to it. So make sure that you're affecting that. If we're looking for, this guy says that there's boxes, we can't be tearing out everything in his house. When we are searching their house, you're RPing that tears apart this, tears apart that. Am I typing /me 80 billion times? Yep, you're doing your job. Fourth Amendment does not give individuals an absolute right to privacy. Neither does it prohibit all searches. Searches and seizures by the state must be based on probable cause, which we just went over, which you guys are familiar with. It limits only searches conducted by the government that are considered unreasonable by the courts. So what the fuck is reasonable? The courts must look at the totality of the circumstance, so they can use a little bit of hindsight. And you know, that's the whole idea of becoming a judge, is we trust your judgment. A lot of it is judgment calls, hence a judge, right? So must look at the totality of the circumstances and balance the individual's right to privacy against the government's need to possibly prosecute, get evidence, or apprehend. All right, okay, going back. What is reasonable expectation?
If you don't mind,
go ahead.
If you don't mind me chiming in real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Go back like 2 slides.
Yes, sir.
One more.
Respects rights.
Whichever one you were talking about, perjury.
This one, suspect rights.
Okay, so something he mentioned that I'll clarify, because this may be just a change in like where Train is versus where I am. Canada's perjury laws may be just a little bit different than America's, and the state of San Andreas. Perjury is only a crime if committed in a courtroom under oath.
No, that's not true. Technically, writing a falsified police statement, that's perjury as well.
That's different. That's different.
That's
different. That's filing a false report.
Which is the type of perjury just means lying.
Yeah.
Oh, perjury means lying under oath.
Yeah, which I mean,
not under oath.
when you make a written statement, you are the technicalities get a little sideways whenever it comes to like face-to-face interactions, because as soon as you make a written statement, that becomes a legal document. Once you sign your name on it, that's a legal document. I know at least around here they have the oath above it, like on the top of it. It's saying anything written in the anything written within this document is to be considered under oath. So
by the way,
whenever
said
you're
Riff can come in and listen.
No, you're good. When you're face to face with somebody, it's a little different. They're not they can lie to you all they want. It's whenever you have it either in documentation or inside of a courtroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for clarifying that. Thanks, bud. In Canada, any statement that you give to an officer, you are basically considered like under oath, and can get in just as much trouble for, like, if you talk to you can't lie at all here. We don't have the same. It's considered the same under the Charter of Rights. It's kind of the same thing, but we also remember, like in Canada, and y'all may not like what I say for this here. This is what I believe. You can think whatever you want in your head. If you want to say racist shit, or whatever, like racist, homophobic, whatever the stuff may be, hateful stuff, I'm regarding to hate speech, you actually have the right to. You do. People also have the right to not like you and call you names and you be shunned in public. That's their right as well. But remember, people, like, obviously we have rules here, but people have the right to just, they have the right to their opinion. What I don't think people should have the right to do is be hateful and tell people they're going to kill people. Like, you can do that in America. You can be like, I'm going to fucking kill you in some way. Like, remember what fucking Tiger King was doing? There's some ways where you can indirectly say you can't do that in Canada. Like, I don't think you should be able to affect someone's else life's. I don't think that. I don't know. It's a weird line with it, right? I don't think being hateful should be protected, personally, right? Like being absolutely fucking like hateful as fuck. I don't think that should be. But that's neither here or there. But in Canada, you can get in trouble for that, right? Saying certain things you can get in trouble for. because it costs resources, time, effort, and money making sure that, you know, you're not actually going to do that. But then I get that's also infringing on your rights, and as a libertarian, right, you know, it's a weird line, right? I also think you should be able to you should have to get a license to procreate, to prove that you're not going to make stupid children, but not actually, but you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, what is a reasonable expectation of privacy? An expectation of privacy can exist almost any time and any place, as long as individuals have indicated that they are personally expect privacy in the object or area subject to expectation of privacy. Mind this state of mind demonstrated by affirmative action designed to protect their privacy, building a fence, closing windows, shades, or locking compartment, like a safe.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay. Their expectation is one in which society is prepared to recognize as legitimate. So, like, okay, expectation of privacy. Miller, a little help here. Fuck.
So, expectation of privacy is...
Oh, cutting out there. Oh. Because, like I said, it's different here in Canada. We don't have some of these laws. Like you.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Now I can hear you now. Go ahead.
So, expectation of privacy in the state of San Andreas, and it could be different from the expectation of privacy that Train might be used to, simply because the state of San Andreas runs off of California law. And California law is kind of goofy comparatively to laws that I'm used to. However, expectation of rights is a federal law. A federal court signed off on it, and you know, nobody can fight it at that point. But it essentially means if you are in a location where you expect a certain level of privacy, or you have closed yourself off to a point where there is a expectation of privacy, that is your expectation of privacy. If for some reason let's say I'm driving down the road, and then I pull off the road into, say, a wooded area, and I start, you know, if I'm in a wooded area, that's my expectation of privacy. That's where I expect to be private, because I have isolated myself. Which, again, a little difference in areas. Expectation of privacy in the United States does not have to be respected. It gets messy in court if you violate an expectation of privacy. However, by law, there's nothing saying that a cop can't violate your expectation of privacy, because that's what the cops do. That's what cops do. They're not here to respect your privacy. They're here to catch you doing bad shit.
Yeah, if you let a cop in Canada, they can just start looking at shit. If you, like, let them into your house, they can just start looking at
Same with America.
Oh, really? Oh,
That's what they did to me.
Yeah,
if you give them verbal consent about that, if they can go into your house, if they give you give them verbal consent, they can start searching without a warrant.
Yep.
Like if a cop's like, hey, can I come in and look at a few things? And if you're like, yeah, they're searching everything. They're taking everything apart.
As a footrest. Sorry, I almost stepped on the dog. All right, follow procedure. If courts find a search procedure is not reasonable and a person's Fourth Amendment rights have been violated, all items seized during the search will be ruled inadmissible or excluded as evidence at a trial. Hence, like what happened to OJ. If you know what that, there was a lot of mishandled evidence. The exclusionary rule is not in the Constitution. This was created by the United States Supreme Court in order to encourage proper law enforcement conduct. Probable cause versus reasonable suspicion. Ready for this one? Open up your ears, clean out your ears, guys. This is the one that's important. Probable cause versus reasonable suspicion. The only difference between the two is that probable cause requires information of a higher quality and or quantity for that reasonable suspicion. Probable cause and reasonable suspicion are based on an assessment of overall force of the facts. Probable cause versus reasonable suspicion. I'll get a little bit bigger here for this one.
Damn,
So
she looks good as hell. How you doing, mommy? Oh, shit,
probable,
my bad.
probable cause search. Enough facts or information to provide a fair probability or a substantial chance that the subject sought is located in the place to be searched. Arrest. A fair probability or a circumstantial chance that arrestee committed the crime. Reasonable suspicion. Detention requires only a moderate chance. So you know how we can detain people? Just because stuff is going on? That's reasonable fucking suspicion. So I gotta so I want you to say I have reasonable suspicion at this time to detain you. Right? And then from reasonable suspicion comes, usually develops into probable cause to arrest. Right? So that's how you're gonna beep boop 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 up that way. Reasonable suspicion exists when the circumstances were merely consistent with criminal activity. All right, probable cause to search. To establish probable cause to search, peace officers must be able to articulate how and why they have a fair probability to believe A, a crime has occurred or is about to occur. B, evidence pertaining to the crime exists. C, the evidence is at the location they wish to search. So here's a little caveat here. A peace officer's training and experience is relevant, like we said before. Facts must be seen and witnessed, understood by a reasonable officer that's particular in that training experience. Okay, they doubled that up on that one. All right. Probable cause to arrest. Probable cause exists if there is a fair probability or circumstantial chance that the arrestee has committed a crime under investigation. What is the search warrant? Search warrant is an order in writing in the name of the people, signed by a magistrate, directed to a peace officer, commanding the officer to search for an individual or individuals, a thing or things, or personal property, and to bring the item or individual before the magistrate. Needs for probable cause. Search warrants. Peace officers must articulate probable cause that a crime has been committed. Evidence containing to the crime is at the identity or to the identity of the person or the perpetrator is located at the place. Arrest warrants. So once again, crime has been committed and an individual to be arrested, that you have proof that you do, so on and so forth. Pretty thing. We got to go through all of it. General rule with a warrant. Courts have found that searches and seizures are reasonable and lawful when authorized by a valid warrant. Leaves the burden on the defendant to prove the search was illegal. So it's not the other way, innocent until proven guilty. It's the other way. You prove that we did something wrong. That's what it is most of the time, because usually it's pretty solid. It does happen though. Search warrants. Should authorization from a supervisor, prepare an affidavit for the search warrant. So submit to a supervisor and then to a judge. So like if you want to put in a warrant to a judge, and we happen to have a judge in here, you would prepare that. There is a form that you would go through. That's the paperwork we were talking about. And then also at the same time, see where it says risk assessment? Determine if they're high risk. Some things are just, guys that are whatever. You can just roll up on them. We can take them real quick. Other guys, not so much. We're going to need fucking cert. Okay, so make sure you know what you need to get all that paperwork. Now, if you message him ahead of time to answer as Judge Miller, and he is available, he will answer your call as Judge Miller and give you permission for that search warrant, but you're gonna have to detail why, where, and why. And here's also how this works. If it's gonna take too long to get a judge, hopefully I'm not speaking out of turn here, but this is how I'm pretty sure it goes. If it's gonna take too long to get a judge to sign it and everything, you can call the judge, and if he answers and says it's cool and it's fine and he can put it in writing later because it's time sensitive, you can run that warrant. Am I wrong on that? If they can get a hold of you, bud, Miller?
You are correct to an extent.
Okay.
So the extent is, if you call me, you've got to have solid evidence that you can show me, whether it be pictures or whatever. You've got to give me something that I can give in return. So if you call me and say, hey, I've got this, I've got X, Y, and Z going on, I've got dude acting shady, we believe that he's linked with this group.
We witnessed high traffic flow in and out, same thing, going to a person's house. Obviously, what we said before is probable cause. Yes.
Yeah. You need to have some type of evidence that I can use in court to seal that. Because at the end of the day, we all are admissible to court, including judges. If a judge signs off on something that shouldn't have been signed off of,
Oof.
they could get into a lot of trouble.
I was in court one time, and I don't know what happened, but the sheriffs or whatever that do the thing here, like that bring us around, came in and took the judge. And we were like, what's going on? And they were like, oh, he signed off on, there was something going between him and an officer or something like that, trying to like bully and extort someone. It made the news, but they arrested him. I was in holding when that happened. It was crazy. So
there was one locally. There was a sheriff locally that killed a judge because he found that he was perjuring warrant signatures. So he walked in his office, had a quick little debate with him. The debate went sideways, and he shot him dead right there in his quarters.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy. That just recently happened, actually.
That's nuts. All right. Oh yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Never mind.
Okay. Breaking down warrant. Breaking down warrantless search expectations. Warrantless search expectations. Under the Fourth Amendment, warrantless searches of private property are presumptively illegal. However, case law has created some expectations to the warrant requirement. Warrantless searches will be upheld if the peace officer's conduct came within one of these expectations. In deciding whether a warrantless search or seizure was legal, the courts will always consider the totality of the circumstances. So once again, using judgment, peace officers must always explain and have specific facts to demonstrate the search or seizure fell within one of the expectations of the warrant requirement. Plain view. If an officer sees something in plain view, from the police officer has a lawful right to be. So if I'm standing outside your car and I see fucking shit and you know how in cops they see a baggie or whatever, plain view. If the officer has a lawful right to be, no search has taken place. Owner has no expectation of privacy, like what he was saying. And remember, I can violate that within terms in some ways for items in plain view. So no Fourth Amendment protection. Plain view requirements. To see something, the officer must have probable cause, a lawful right to be in the location, a lawful access to the item. So here's some circumstances that might make fuck you up. Compelling need for official action and no time to secure a warrant. An emergency situation requiring swift action to prevent imminent danger, serious damage, imminent escape of a suspect, imminent destruction or removal of evidence. So if you know that's like a lot of drugs are going to get flushed down the system, you know what I mean? You got to get on top of that super fucking quick. Once emergency is resolved, a warrant may be needed for further searching. But that plain view thing establishes what? And brings you closer to probable cause. Right?
Sharon, where'd you go?
Me?
Did you get sent to the AFK lobby?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I was going to show you something real quick.
Okay. We can do that after. Hot pursuit. Officers with a probable cause or reasonable suspicion attempt to detain or arrest the suspect in a public place, but the suspect flees into a private area. So normally somewhere he couldn't go, but you watch him go in there, you can go there now. Arrest pursuit. No physical chase, but an investigative pursuit. Officers are quickly responding to information concerning the suspect's whereabouts, and the officers reasonably believe the suspect's escape is imminent, so a serious felony, right? Not like he stole a chocolate. So here we go. We're gonna go through this a little bit. Two officers were investigating a carjacking that occurred earlier in the day when the officers arrested 3 of the known suspects outside of a residence. One of the suspects told the officers that the 4th suspect was inside the home. Entry into the residence by the officer without a warrant was lawful to prevent the escape of the 4th suspect. Okay. A commercial property was found unlocked and unattended. The officer entered the property to locate the name and phone number of the owner to see where there are any signs of someone inside. While inside, the officer discovered contraband in plain view. The entry was legal because the officer was attempting to prevent damage or further damage to the property. While responding to a neighbor's complaint, of a strange noises coming from a nearby apartment. Officers found a trail of fresh blood in the hallway leading to the apartment door. When the officers started to announce themselves, they heard vague moaning sounds from inside. The officers reasonably suspected that someone inside of the apartment was in need of immediate medical attention and entered the property without warrant or consent. You guys following so far?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay.
I have it open and I'm watching your stream.
Awesome. Warrantless search exceptions. Christatory Pat. So these are called Terry searches, which New York is fucking famous for. Lawful detention, reasonable suspicion, reasonable belief that the person is armed. So like if you're not supposed to have a gun and you clearly see the outline of a gun and your partner sees it, you see it, maybe someone else sees it, something like that's more than enough. Limited search for weapons, not a search for contraband or other evidence. A generalized non-specific concern for officer safety is not sufficient for that. Oh, I'm scared. I don't like he possibly has that. Well, until you can prove he has it, too bad. Terry search. Reasonable belief to arm dangerous factors. Clothing, actions, prior knowledge. Reason for detention. Companions, who he's hanging out with. Now, this is fucking important for gangs. This is why we're going over this, okay? So remember, a gang is 3 or more people who look affiliated with each other in some way by markings, tattoo, like, you know, markings, clothes, cars, jewelry, whatever else that they are with each other, right? Like that is part of it as well, right? Like if you're wearing, just say you're 3 dudes wearing red t-shirts, hanging out somewhere for long enough, and you just both all happen to have t-shirts, somebody might think something's going on. You've had it happen before. You've seen a couple of people wearing the same thing and you're like, oh, is that a gang? Same way we feel about it too, and that immediately makes people on edge. Time of day, amount of light, ratio. How many there is? Just say like there's like 5 dudes and there's just me, and I see one of them's got a weapon or something like that, and there's a bunch of their other friends are going on and shit there, and I feel, and I have reasonable suspicion enough that that person has a weapon and they shouldn't. How do I know that the other guys aren't armed? Because you're around, you know how your mom always says be careful who you hang out with? Someone around you has a gun. The cops have the right to fucking detain all of you and get you against a wall. Maybe not arrest you, but they have the right to tell you all of you to get up against a wall because your friend's doing something dumb. You guys ever had that happen? Your friend's doing something and all you guys got to do something and the cops come? That's what that shit is. Yeah, that's what that fucking shit is. Yeah, guilty by association. So that falls under Terry search. Reach inside clothing or pockets only if subject is reasonably felt like a weapon or something could be used as a weapon. Subject's clothing was so rigid or heavy that the officer could not rule out the possibility of a weapon or potential weapon. So here we go for a warrantless search in a car. Probable cause vehicle must be lawfully stopped or accessible. Probable cause is to believe that an item we found inside of it. Officers believe that they have enough information to obtain a search warrant for a vehicle. It is legal for them to search the vehicle without a warrant. Automotive expectation, potential mobility, and reduced expectation of privacy if vehicle is on private property. Belief of reasonable expectation of privacy. A warrant may be necessary to search or enter that property. Exceptions. Odor of marijuana. Officers may search a vehicle if they smell weed or smell alcohol. However, if you cannot base the vehicle search solely on smell and an admission to possession. Compliance based on legal law of possession of marijuana are no longer allowed. So someone is in legal possession of marijuana, this alone will not support probable cause. So somebody just has some weed and it smells like weed, that's not enough. They RP that their eyes are all whatever, now you're driving while high. Transporting it as long as you have under 1 ounce of dry flower. So this is what it is. I looked up the California law and I got this down. Somebody can have 1 ounce of marijuana. They can have 4 plants growing, 4 female plants. They can have 7 grams of concentrate. So dabs, that's it. So if someone has 1 ounce of dabs, they can have that much under state law. So they can't do that. And you would have to take that from them. But that would also just be a ticket. I'd write them a ticket on their way. Like if someone had like, just say like 1 ounce, because they thought it was 1 ounce for whatever, that's fine. Someone had like 4 ounces. Why do you have 4 ounces of dabs? That's fucking weird. Like I smoke and I get it. That's you're selling it, right? So if someone is in blah 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 blah, and they have to be over the age of 21. So if their character is only like 20, make sure you look at their age. Make sure you're doing that as well. Some of these laws are age based. Someone may RP that they're only like 20 years old. You can get them for underage things. Right? Warrantless search expectations. Consent elements. Voluntary. Obtained from a person with an apparent authority. Must be free will and not the result of duress or coercion. Consent is merely a submission to an assertion of an authority or coercion. The consent is not voluntary, making it clear that you are requesting permission to search and not demanding it. So you know what this would fall under? Don't power RP someone into giving you a confession. That's all that would be. Warrantless search exceptions vehicle. Search incident to arrest elements, probable cause or lawful custodial arrest, and unsecured arrestee or reachable access to the vehicle, reasonable suspicion to believe evidence of the arrest will be found in the vehicle, or reasonable suspicion there is a weapon in the vehicle. Inventory search types. The vehicle must be in lawful custody. Search conducted persistent to standard procedure. Vehicle inventory should never be undertaken for the purpose of finding evidence or contraband, but rather for taking a note of personal property. Warrantless search acceptance. Probation and parole. All right, so these next one here. All right, so I can close that down now as somebody who knows this firsthand more than anything else. we can turn it off at this point. If you see someone has previous crimes on them, they can RP, but you're going to ask them, are you on parole? Because obviously you'd be on parole for a while if they want to do this. This is what you're going to, if someone is on parole, you can search them. You can pull them over. They kind of, you lose a lot of rights until you're off parole. I can search you. I can put you in cuffs without telling you why. I can search your property. I can do whatever I want. Whatever you want to do with them, do it. Well, obviously, like within the law, but you can do whatever you want. They're on parole. They have no right to privacy. We're in training lobby, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me type it again. Oh Lord. Oh fuck. Okay. So yeah, if you want to do the parole thing, they have no rights. You can search them. Well, I had this, that. No. What? Why was I moved back? Huh? What the fuck's going on?
I wasn't moved back.
Move me back to the main lobby. For some reason. Alright, so that's gonna be it for that one. The slideshow, he's gonna go through that with you now. Pull this up. So now guys, pull up the GNU slideshow PDF.
Okay. My turn again.
I'll be interjecting lots, don't worry.
I know.
That's a lot.
Yep. But that's fucking important, especially with this. It's important. It's something that you should know if you are an officer and you want to RP. Half the arrests that cops do, that you guys think are fine, are a complete violation of everyone's rights.
Okay, so I got the slideshow open.
Look how cool that looks, though, eh?
Okay.
Mm.
Drug scheduling. Drugs, substances, and certain chemicals used to make drugs are classified into 5 distinct categories or schedules, depending on upon the drug's acceptable medical use and drugs abuse or dependency potential. The abuse rate is a determinate factor in the scheduling of the drug. For example, Schedule 1 drugs have a high potential for abuse and potential to create severe psychological and or physical dependence. As the drug schedule changes, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, etc., so does the abuse potential. Schedule 5 drugs represents the least potential for abuse. A listing of drugs in their schedule are located at the Controlled Substances Act CSA scheduling or CSA scheduling. What?
Don't worry about that. I posted the actual thing of it. Don't worry about that. That's me just being nerdy. Okay. You can skip that part.
Schedule 1. Schedule 1 drugs, substances, or chemicals are defined as drugs with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. Some example Schedule 1s are heroin, lysergic, acid, diethylamide, LSD, marijuana,
LSD, yeah.
Ecstasy. I'm not reading that whole fucking thing. Methaquilidone, methadone, and peyote. Schedule 2.
Switch off.
You'll
Schedule
switch.
2 drugs are like chemicals defined as drugs with high potential for abuse with potentially leading to severe psychological or physical dependence. Ththese drugs are also considered dangerous. Some examples of Schedule 2 drugs are a combination of products with less than 50 milligrams of hydrocodone per dosage, like Vicodin, cocaine, methamphetamine, methadone, hydromorphone, Dilaudid, ameriperidine, Demerol, Oxycontin, fentanyl, Demerol, Adderall, and Ritalin. Schedule 3 are going to be things like ketamine, testosterone, Tylenol with codeine. Schedule 5 are just going to be like any kind of prescribed stuff that you're trying to sell to someone. That's going to be Schedule 5. So they think weed is just as bad, Schedule 1, as heroin, and cocaine isn't as dangerous as marijuana. That's your guys' system there. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, I'll keep going. So benzos. So this just says like different benzos. You'll see a lot of people are selling different things on there. The ones you'll see are things like fucking Valium and Xanax, bars as people call it, right? So these ones here, it's not super important, but these are what different things are called, what people might fucking call it. The ones people are going to do the most in here are going to be like black tar heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, right? That kind of stuff. So fentanyl. So be aware of what someone may call them. Weights and prices. There are 10 points in a gram, so 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way up. So if someone buys a 50 rock off someone, they're getting a 0.5 of a gram of crack cocaine. There are 28 grams in an ounce and 16 ounces in a pound. So obviously, point describes 0.1, gram describes 1 gram. Pretty easy. 8 ball describes 1/8 of an ounce, 3.5. Okay, an ounce, zip, onion, you know what I mean, is 28 grams. Okay, 9-pack, 9 ounces, right? So that's what a lot of guys are getting, fucking 9 packs, right? When I was fucking doing my shit and I got fucking caught, that's the kind of stuff I was doing. Then there's backpack, half plate, half key, shit like that is a, half pound. And then key, plate, brick is a pound. You guys are familiar with those staging things of it, because amounts and shit like that are going to be important, because you get different charges for how the substance is, how much of it, how it's cut, how it's packaged. So make sure you're typing that out. So remember, when we're typing all that out, how is this, how is that, we're guiding the RP in a way. Somebody might want a drug RP, but they don't quite know what's going on. So let's fucking be like, oh, what's this, what that? That way gets going something for us, get something going for them. Prices per weight. Here we go. So weed is sold in half grams for $5, $10 a gram. Street price for an ounce right now of really good stuff from what I've gotten and stuff down there. For street prices can get up to between $220 and $260 a pound. Pound is about $1,600. So cocaine, half grams or so for $30-$40. Gram between $16 and $200 depending on where you are. 8 ball between $16 and $150. Price of an ounce is between $1,100 and $1,800. Pound, okay, a pound of cocaine is worth roughly between $13 and $26, depending on as it goes. Heroin, single dose bag if someone's doing fed or something like that, $5-20. Grams between 60 and 100. Ounces 1,000 to 1,500. Bundle is between 20 or 40. So some of those people are going to be, personal use stuff is going to be here. X acid, 2CI, 2CB, all that good stuff. Are usually single serving, range between 25 cents to $10 for a pill. Drug effects, marijuana when someone smoked. THC and other chemicals in the plant pass from the lungs to the bloodstream, which rapidly carries them throughout the body to the brain. The person begins to experience almost immediately a sense of euphoria, relaxation, like colors brighter, you laugh more, so on and so forth. Someone's high on cocaine, you're going to notice that they're sweaty, awake, talkative, restless. They might be sweating a lot, talking a lot, not being able to make eye contact. Methamphetamine, same thing. But you also notice sores on their face, things like that. Heroin, people are going to be very quiet, talking like this, and they're going to be almost looking like they're falling asleep. Here we go. Effects on the community. When someone lives in a drug-infested or low-income neighborhood, not only does it affect housing prices and businesses that were open there, it affects the safety of the public going in from residences. Also, where we see drug use, we see increased property crime, assaults, and property damage. Effect on policing. When law enforcement has to spend time, money, manpower, and resources on dealing with rising drug crime, you make it harder for those to be deployed elsewhere where they are needed. And when we can respond to serious crime, it takes that crime It makes that crime more brazen, so it really pulls away from what we need. Some officers can just deal with demeanor of getting sick or inhaling fumes, leading to also seeing this level of leads to mental health. So this right here, proactive measures, going out and talking to people in the community, you know, checking in with drug addicts, also not being like, look at that crackhead over there. No, that's not how you refer to someone. They're a fucking human being. If a guy smokes a bunch of crack and decides to rob you and beat you up, that's a fucking crackhead. You see someone struggling with mental health, addiction, you know, and shit like that, and you're just going to be disparaging and shit toward them. I don't fucking like that shit. They're human beings. Treat them as such. All right. That's about it.
All right, cool. Now let's get on to the field training.
Go!
All right, everybody. Oh, my bad. Everybody get in the vehicles. Me and Williams are going to get into an outfit. We're going to head over to, let's say Grove.
We'll call it in on the radio. Everyone back in the radio, too.
And we're getting the radio.
420. Let us be Corey. Let's just be our normal selves. Be our RP characters. No. Alright. Alright. Follow us. So, all you guys, how many is there of y'all that are doing this? 3? 3 new people?
Yeah, there's no, I'm not new.
Eric's not new. It's 2 new people.
2 new people. Okay. So we're gonna give you a couple different things and we're gonna make it hard. We'll just call in at 10:11 and then you guys are gonna show up. So don't follow me. We're just gonna go somewhere. Because there's gonna be a couple different scenarios. You guys are already good at doing stuff where we're gonna throw it at you, like just kind of throw you in something, correct a little bit, and then, you know, not insult your guys' intelligence. You'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, and for these scenes, you will be called as backup. But when you get called as backup as NGU, or you get called into a scene that it turns into an NGU scene, you become primary.
Yeah.
Right.
So leave a car space behind when you show up. All right.
Well, I'll do this. Hold on. I'll spawn a PD car behind them to make it better.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. That works.
I'll just spawn.
We're gonna give you probably each 3 calls. We'll go through it fairly quickly. You don't have to be like whatever. Now you don't have to type it out. You're gonna do /me searches, whatever. So that's gonna save us a little bit of time. You're gonna say it verbally, okay? You're just gonna say what you would do to speed this up a little bit, because we're gonna do quite a few different ones and have it be different things. So just say whatever you're gonna /me. Just say it, and we'll go from there. We're all smart. We'll figure it out. All right. So everyone's in radio that needs to be in radio.
Yeah.
I see 4. There should be 6. 5. 5? Okay, 5.
Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, 5.
6.
Who's not in radio? Evan's in here. It's Eric that's not in radio. There's Eric. Alright, everybody's in radio.
Alright. Okay, right now. Dispatch to any Dispatch to any available NGU units. We have a local PD officer requesting NGU postal 757 in the back alley. He's going to be facing east. Going to be a white camper van. Suspect is going to be, oh shit. Okay, I'll just do it this way. Suspect is going to be showing signs of possible cocaine use. You requested on scene. Code 3.
Killer, you can show something.
Well. What's
Hey, no, dude, we're in training. Stop.
Oh.
Who was that?
I'm gonna let y'all take control.
Hold on, my game
Alright.
froze.
Go for control. Showing NGU on scene. Alright. Make sure that you talk to the officer and tell him that you're here on scene. Check in with him. You got to figure out what he knows. He tells you he pulls over these 2 suspects here. They notice him driving erratically. He pulls into the back of this alley here. When he goes to question him, dude is fidgeting around, moving very quickly for his items, talking quickly and sweating. He thought he was possibly under the influence and calls NGU. Please proceed.
And one of the rookies take point. One of the new guys.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, when I approach and introduce myself, do I say my normal call sign?
Yeah.
Staff Sergeant Rivera. Okay. Just want to make sure. Hello. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hi, I am Staff Sergeant Jerry Rivera for Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
So we got reports that you guys are possibly use of drugs and you guys are recklessly driving.
What? Nah,
What are you
dude, we're
talking
fine.
about?
No.
Always fine. We're all fine.
You
No,
sure
we're
about that? You guys
fine.
gonna look out of it?
Yeah, lights up a smoke, hands smoke to the other guy. No, we're fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't mind taking a test?
What grounds? What grounds do you have?
Just no, you know.
Tell me what probable cause you have.
Fuck.
You guys got it. It was stated to you when you showed up. Sometimes you just being called with that officer has been around for a little bit. If you come and verify here, this is a good teaching thing. We'll go from here. Like, if you were to come up with everything that we were doing in real life, would you think we're fucked up? If we questioned 100 people on Family Feud, do you think they would think they're fucked up?
What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
What did happen? My RV fell over. Help me.
Yeah, what the fuck just happened?
I am crushed beneath the weight of my SUV. This was a small family from Iowa. I borrowed it. They are going to be very angry. What the fuck? Get me out of here! All right, hold up. Everyone look away. I gotta sneeze. Everyone look away. Ooh, beep, beep, boop, boop. Boop, boop, beep, doop. Cool. All right. So if you know that almost anybody would know that these fuckers are high, right? Very clear that if you put them in front of a group of people, they go, these motherfuckers high. That's grounds enough. Go ahead and continue.
Grounds enough. Okay.
Yep.
Am I the one that's gonna be talking to them, or is somebody?
Yeah,
else?
you're the one that's doing. You're primary on it. The other two can chirp in, but we're going to be doing a bunch of different calls.
Okay, you say grounds and units?
Huh?
We say ground units?
No, I said that would be grounds enough. You showing up and it being very clear that, you know, we're high. Anyone would say that. The other officers go over and be like, yo, you guys think they're high? 3 officers that are sworn in agreed to that. That would be reason enough to pull us out. Yes.
Could you confuse me when he said, do you think they're like they're high? And I'm like, wait, how can I tell without visibly looking at them?
Then exactly. Then go like slash me, looks at their eyes, you know, things like that. Slash me it out. Like I said.
Redness?
Yeah. Our eyes are blistering red. We're sweating, and our teeth are curled back a little bit, and we're talking very fast. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Oh, not tip, a heads up. Drug tests, like the names of it, I really don't know them. So if I say like, can I test you, and you say like some random shit, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll just familiar size. That's what the sliding stuff's for. It's good that you don't know that. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. So, are you gonna pull us out? What are you gonna do from here? Keep RPing it.
Oh shit, my bad.
Alright, wait. You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. We're fine. We're all fine.
You sure?
You making fun of me?
Are you sure you guys alright?
You making fun of me?
I kind of smell some stuff in here, man.
What do you smell?
Cocaine. I kind of smell cocaine, man.
How do you smell cocaine?
Smell that shit, man. I see that shit too right there. What's that right there? Wait,
There's nothing nowhere.
What's that for you guys
Caesar.
right there?
It's a ripped up baggie. Okay, so go ahead and try to get us out at this time. So that is grounds enough, you know what I mean? So you would do slash, you know what, we are gonna do the slash me, so we'll do.
I was gonna do that. I was typing it.
Yeah, we will. We'll do the whole actual thing. C's torn, baggy, and a straw, half size on dash. That's enough. I didn't, whatever. Words. So go ahead and try to get us out. We will be compliant. We're not going to run. That's not the call we're going to do. So go ahead and tell us why you have the right to get us out.
Okay.
Alright, you guys pissed up with the vehicle?
Why?
Because when I was called over here, all the LSPD officers confirmed that you guys were possibly DUI, driving under influence.
No, you guys, I'm not driving.
Well, the driver. I want the driver to step out the vehicle.
Okay, there you go. Until you got a reason to, there we go. The passenger's kind of his own entity. I've stepped out. I'll come over here. What are you gonna do about the passenger? Make sure that you tell the other unit to watch him.
Hey,
And keep an eye on him.
Hey,
Because you know
wanna step back
what he
here
could
with
be doing right now? More drugs, destroying evidence,
Yep.
calling someone. Who knows? All right, what are you guys gonna do with me now? Now that you've confirmed that and you've got me out, you're gonna ask to. Oh, there we go.
Be advised the suspect's jumping in the back of the van.
There we go. Beautiful. Good call out.
Alright, hey, sir, can you take off your glasses for me?
Can I what?
Can you take off your glasses for me?
Yeah.
Passenger stepping out of the
Yeah,
van.
totally. Here.
Alright, thank you very much.
Looks at my eyes. They're glossy. Oh shit, didn't work. Looks at my eyes. They're glossy, red. I'm extremely paranoid.
Yeah.
Feel free to continue. What's up, man?
Just check if you have any redness in your eyes, any swelling.
Yeah, a lot.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on, dude?
So the thing you're gonna notice the most when someone's doing cocaine, they. You can't help but do that, no matter who you are. Do you know anybody who's ever done cocaine that didn't sniff? Ever in your life? You never have? Once? You never had? Okay, so there are people that exist that it hasn't, but most people do, right? Yeah, okay, there we go, yes. Okay. Alright, so my nose is very drippy. Drip, drip, drip.
Okay, so you wouldn't mind doing a breathalyzer, won't you?
So it's gonna be a drug swab.
A drug swab.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask them to open up their mouth, you're going to swab the inside of their mouth. And then you're gonna go to the back of your truck, pull out your kit, test it to see if it comes back positive, then that's grounds enough for you to search the vehicle and do anything else you need to do. Now, okay, he's out over there, we'll deal with that separately. What grounds do you have to pull him out of the vehicle?
For guys that have what?
What grounds do you have to pull him out of the vehicle and question him?
The passenger?
Yep.
Being with you in possession of the cocaine.
And yeah, so basically you would tell them, hey, you're in the vicinity. It's fair enough for me to believe that if this guy's high on cocaine, and now this is when I come back. You can ask him to wait here now while you conduct the investigation. You can do that. Wants to walk away, you can be like, hey, we've got you on enough. You're here with your friend. You knew he was doing something illegal, so here's where this comes in. He knew his friend was doing something illegal and probably participated and is there and didn't do anything about it. Operating a giant motor vehicle while high, you're condoning that behavior, so that's enough for him to be detained for now, possibly knowing that his friend is committing this behavior, right? So, you're gonna go get that swab. Go do that swab real quick. I'll wait here. Make sure that you fully.
I don't believe
out.
you. Alright.
Charlie, can I have another unit come over here to watch this other suspect over here? I guess as well.
There you go.
Thank you.
Or if you can't do that, then this guy would probably, his best bet is tell me to come stand here, where he can watch both of us. Yeah, and then he's gonna do a swab. So once you find out that I have done drugs and the guy beside me knew I did drugs, there's a good chance he did drugs. So bring him out and talk to him. And if you feel that he's a fucker too, give him a swab. But you have to be able, once again, to establish that process that, you know, you have reasonable suspicion that he is intoxicated or committed a crime, which leads to, once again, that we went over it, probable cause for you to conduct that swab. Kind of get it now? How they work hand in hand? Very important. That's like a month of being a cop when you go to like school for it. That's like a month of it.
Alrighty, ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, open your mouth a little bit. Don't bite me, please.
Rawr. Rawr. Ow. No, dude, careful how far you shove that back there. Don't wait. Okay. Don't clip that. Don't fucking clip that. No. Easy now. Hold on. Let's all take a break. Let's all take a break here. Don't do it. I already know Griff did. I already know he did because he's fucking clip man. God damn it. Riggs coming through again. What's up, motherfucker?
Alrighty, I'll be back.
All right.
There, keep an eye on both of them.
So once again, remember, it's really important to go from, you know, 2 words again. I'm fucking up again.
Hey, come here.
In order to establish, there you go. Perfect. Tell him why.
Don't put me in cuffs. Don't put me in cuffs. Don't put me in cuffs.
Yeah,
Fuck
don't
you.
actually put him in cuff yet.
No, I'm not. Stand over there beside your friend. You're being detained at this time due to the rip baggies and straws being on the in the vicinity of both of your reach.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. So that would be your reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion leading to civs. Wait, hold on, I'm reading something. That's leaving to probable cause. So exactly, telling him what you did right there, that's perfect. So he knows why. So when you're like, hey, this is why, because especially in these servers, these fuckers are gonna whine about why is this happening? Why is this? You explain it really fucking clear, be like, I told you. That's on you. Okay. Right? So you're establishing that was fucking perfect, by the way, dude. Good job. You know what? Hold up. Wait.
Riviera, go and grab a second swab kit because the passenger's showing signs of being impaired as well.
What?
Oh shit! You got a tissue or something? My nose is bleeding.
Why is your nose bleeding?
I don't know. Can you go get the tissue or something?
Yeah. Go ahead and do me a favor and sit down on the ground for me.
I'm fine right here, dude. I'm fine right here.
I don't want you to
I'm
fall.
fine right here, dude. I'm fine right here, dude.
So remember, right now, technically, he is disobeying a lawful command. If you feel like he needs to sit down for your thing. All right. So what are you saying? What's happening here?
Skybox for you.
What?
Not a skybox. That's the question.
Oh, I did not see that. I don't see anything. Type it again.
There you go.
All right. So what's going on now? What's your stupid little swabby thing? Oh, it comes back for cocaine, and it tests extremely positive.
Alright, brother, open your mouth. Don't bite me, alright?
So once you guys figure out all of this and search the car and everything like that and all that other stuff goes on, you're going to be trying to establish where this came from and if you can start heading up the chain, right? Figure out who he bought it from, move to the next guy, and that's the next guy that we're going to be. We're going to do this in order of that. Okay, go ahead.
Now, would you do that on scene, or would you take him back to interrogation room?
Oh, you interrogate him. If you catch someone and they want to RP it out like this, if they want to just go right away and be like, jail me, fuck you, motherfucker. Be like, we're going to take back and interrogate you. Try to float. If they kind of want to do that, don't power RP. But if they're willing to do that, oh yeah, stretch it out. Bring them back. Figure out where they bought it from, who they talked to. That kind of stuff. It's good practice.
Those kind of people as civs as well want to be interrogated. They want to have that long scene.
Yeah, and that way they can figure out what character to make next.
What's going on, bud?
Right? Type kind of a thing, like that's what people
I am doing NGU training. I'm training some new guys.
Which way encourages more RP.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm streaming if you want to see. It's twitch.tv/DomixTheNinja420. We're in training lobby and we're not at our station. Good luck.
Driver, please.
All right. So, from there, continue.
Hey,
How you want?
Dom, can you reply to
Yo, bro, just hang up. We're in the middle of training. We're in the middle of training, man. He needs to respect that. All right. So from there, you've established that we both did cocaine. What do you do from there? We've operated, so now you know a crime has been committed. You don't know if I have cocaine, but you know that cocaine is in my system, which has at least been in my system for an hour, which means I've operated a motor vehicle while under the influence of cocaine, which is
the felony offense.
Which is felony offense, which means you have a reason to search the car. So go ahead, go ahead and arrest us. Yep, exactly.
I'm
Want
not
to actually arrest us? No. Yep. Go ahead and do the whole thing.
Wouldn't the baggie and straw be enough intent to search the vehicle right off the bat?
Oh yeah.
Because they have the.
Yeah, it would be. It would be, but this is compounding enough of it. But yeah, that would have been yes, sir.
It won't let me open the door. I'm kind of.
Okay. So obviously you guys know how to read rights. You tell us why. So the crime would be, and then from there, you tell them that the crime would be driving while impaired, and tell him he's being charged with that, with further charges pending.
Reckless driving and illegal possession of drugs.
There you go. And then, well, you haven't found any drugs yet. We're under the influence.
Man, what you
when you do that, so then you would tell them.
Let me open it.
Why did you? No, Riff, don't ban him. Unban him. Unban him.
What happened?
Unban him. I know who that is. It's Riggs. He accidentally.
Oh, he banned Riggs.
Yeah, can you message Rig? Oh. Okay, don't time him out. He's cool. You can give him VIP. Riggs is cool. He's part of the old command staff. Sorry, Riggs. Sorry, I thought you were banned or whatever. Sorry, dude. It's all good. Riff didn't know. She's my bulldog. Sorry. So, like, that would give you the ability to do that. You would charge him with possibly future crimes or other things he has. So, searches the vehicle. You find a baggie with about an 8-ball in it. See if you remember how much that is.
3.5.
8 pounds? Yeah.
No, an 8-ball is 3.5 grams. Yeah. So you find an 8-ball, more straws, a couple of baggies with residue on the bottom of it. You find a ½ ounce of weed, a bong, and a crack pipe.
And 2 tabs of acid.
These guys are partying.
Yeah, it's like a lot of money.
Revere, I'm gonna go grab a field swab and just test the residue.
Actually, really not that money. An 8-ball's about 160 bucks. The weed's about 80. The acid's about 20 bucks.
That's like my Wi-Fi bill. That's a lot.
Oh, I feel like a drug addict then, fucking spending like fucking $700 to $800 a month on weed. Fuck. Oops.
So it doesn't seem that hard to be an NGU unit. This is probably gonna take me about like 2 weeks to get comfortable with everything.
It's just because I'm about procedure and us getting it properly when it comes to drugs. So like the overall bit of it, no, the intricacies of it and doing it properly, yeah.
And if anything, Revere, if you want to ride along with Williams, I can fucking do like a big drug bust scene and you can see how he rolls with it.
Yeah.
You know.
You want to, yeah. If you want to do that after, it's like I'm familiar. Like I said, I know a lot of LEO stuff, but I'm familiar with this stuff from the other side. You know what I mean? As a reformed convict, this is the thing that I'm know the most about. I've seen some shit and I'm Canadian. And there's not a lot, like, compared to what's going on down there. Ooh. So I can fucking only imagine. Oof.
Cloud skybox. What color does the liquid change to? Blue for cocaine and pink for nothing.
All right, what's that? Say it one more time. Sorry, I was reading my chat. I was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
Look at skybox.
Yes,
What color does it change to? Blue or pink?
Blue. Turns very blue. Extremely blue. You are okay? Ready for this one? Here's a little caveat, and this one's for Armstrong. It starts to bubble when you put it in. It starts to bubble when you put it in, meaning that it is extremely pure cocaine because it's reacting to the catalyst that's in it that turns the chemical thing that turns it to whatever. Sometimes when it overly bubbles and stuff too much, that means the cocaine's really pure. If it only turns like a light blue and only a little bit, the shit's cut to fuck. You can actually somewhat tell the purity by the tests. Now, sometimes tests, you put a Tide Pod in, it'll say it's drugs. Those existed as well. So there is a thing out of it. You know, I really want someone to like RP out one of them missed tests or something. That would be kind of fucking cool and intricate, but that's for something later. All right. So you kind of get the bit right now. Now, the things that are important. If I just say you in here, we're still going to do it, but we're going to do the next step in a bigger dealer. Just say you found me and I had 34 grams of cocaine and a half ounce of methamphetamine and a bunch of bags. So it have to go. So if he doesn't have a bunch of baggies, that's personal use. You have to know if it's personal use or if he's selling. Things you want to look for if someone's selling is baggies, 2 phones, scales. What else am I going out on? Lottery tickets. You know those lottery tickets you fill out, Keno and shit? They're perfect for making flaps for drugs. They're perfect for it.
So wait, just for the price of gram for cocaine, that's so you got how many pounds?
So it's not pounds, it was grams. So right now a gram of cocaine, so let's say on average is about $80. Yeah, average is about $80. So I had 34 of them. And a bunch of baggies. So that means that with a possible intent. If it is already packaged up, if I have stuff to possibly package it intent. If it's already bagged up in small amounts and a bunch of it ready to hand out, that's a different charge. Go ahead and take over, bro. I gotta take a piss. Oh, I'm pissed.
What am I taking over
on? Price of gram, and then he had the point. Price of point of quarter grams. He had like 8 for fuck. I don't know how many pounds he had. Not pounds. Fucking grams he had. I think he said 8 grams of cocaine, and then fucking.
Yeah, it's 8 ball, so it's 3.5.
Yeah. And then he had fucking 4 baggies.
Yeah, and usually baggies run for about a gram each. So that's half a gram. So 4 baggies, that would make what? If they're half a gram each, how many grams would that make if there's 4 baggies? 2 grams, right? So in total, that's
roughly 40.
5.5 grams or 5.3 grams. So read up on the slideshow real quick.
Yeah, half grams are sold for $30 to $40. Price of gram is sold for $60 to $200 per gram.
Yep.
And 8 ball is sold for $60 to $150 for 3.5. Which my calculator can't do math like that.
5.3 grams.
Okay. 5.3.
In total, that's 5.3 grams of coke.
Uh-huh.
So, do the price a point. How much does just 1 gram cost?
60. Oh, 80, roughly 80.
So that's 80, right? So times 80 by 5.
That's
And how much does a third of a gram cost?
A third of a gram cost. 150, 60 to 150. No, lies.
Yeah, a third of a gram doesn't cost that much.
Yeah.
I was about to fucking say Rivera.
All right.
Okay, so he did or basically I did the math. In total, that's about 5.3 grams of coke, right? Including all the half-gram baggies, the 4.
Yeah.
And he's figuring out how much it costs.
So from there, it just, you got to know with what the person says, what they're going to be charged with. And like, I want to make sure that they get charged with the paraphernalia, the everything that comes along with it. Right? So that's what, that's the part that I find important. So I want you to guys know what the different drugs are and, you know, make sure that you're detailing it out. It is going to take a little bit to get used to. I'm not a super hard ass. If you got questions and want to like even go into a private lobby and just run a couple of things and get used to it or whatever, always down for that. Any questions or you guys have any questions?
In a second. I just need to think before I speak.
Is this Eric or Tevin back here?
That's Eric.
Where the fuck did Tevin go?
He's right. Oh, yeah, where the fuck did Tevin go? He left. Wow. He left me alone. Fuck. Wallahi, I'm cooked.
Oh, fucking fuck. Hold on.
Ban him, guys. Ban him.
He did. I mean, we're not going to ban him, but he left training. Is he in emails? No, he left. He messaged me.
Bro, how did Harrison not know we're doing a damn training? It says.
Oh, okay. He said, hey, I got an accident call that just came in. I run a tow company and we do the police tows. So.
Okay. Yeah.
He had to dip.
That's okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm getting a phone call.
Who's calling you?
Hold on. Calling him. I need to call him on email. Hello? 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 Hello?
Put him on speaker.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, who's this, man?
Why is this not working?
Oh, shit. Umbrella.
Stop.
You're punching him.
Oh, it's not me. Yeah, he DM'd me. Yes, he did.
Okay.
He DM'd me right before it happened. I just didn't notice. It's all good. We're good on that. All right.
Tevin?
Yes.
Okay.
He's good. So yeah, just basically getting yourself comfortable with that, man. Kind of trying to drag out the calls, noticing behavior, but it's more about the /me's and kind of guiding them for people who kind of want to do drug related calls, which I've noticed has been a lot. type kind of a thing. Like I've seen you patrol. You know what you're doing. Just kind of familiarize yourself with a little bit. Maybe watch a couple like YouTube things about gang units and stuff, and kind of see like their approach, because they got a very laid back, hey man, you know, we're like the cool guys, bunch of tattoos type kind of a thing. So it's kind of the vibe we're going for, like that. Definitely see what you're going. Partner, anything else?
Nope.
No. I think he's pretty much got it down. Do you feel confident? I do.
I feel confident in him. I just feel like he might need a ride along with, you know, a big ass drug bust to know what the fuck he is to like figure out.
Yeah, I think he needs like and we don't need to change anything, but I think, you know, 1 or 2 calls, we see what's what, he'll get it like that. Not a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Are you getting off right now? Because I'm about to get on duty.
No, I'm not getting off. I'm about to get on duty as a TU. I gotta do some TU bullshit for fucking TU.
Okay. Cool. I gotta get a Taylor and tell him I need my TU training. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that right now for you if you want to. I am the head supervisor and the instructor.
Nice. Oh, I keep missing his calls.
Well, whose calls?
Miller's.
Oh, isn't he live?
Yeah, he is.
He's spam calling you.
Yeah, he is. Hello? Hello? My audio is not working for this.
Alright, tell him to give me my. Tell him.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, it's working. It's not. It was not working for this. Why can I hear myself?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm watching your stream.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There we go, buddy.
I had my voice box messed up.
That's why.
I was
I
training.
can hear you now. What's up? Training has gone fucking great. One guy had to leave. IRL, actual work. He messaged me before he had to go. He's on call for a tow company, so he went out. Everything else about the training was absolutely great. Got it filmed, conducted right now actually to finish up the video. Cool that you called to finish that up. We went over everything extensively. I think everyone is pretty clear on what's what, and yeah, we're good to go.
All right. Well, just so you know,
oh no. That was weird. That was fucking weird. What? What the fuck is going on? Hello?
There we go.
Press the
bugged out.
Okay, there we go. All right.
So just so you know, city's going to shit. We could really use your help. Really need some help.
All right.
If y'all can get cleared out of training here soon, that would be great. If y'all are just about done with it.
Got it. We'll do it. You also need to turn down your radio for us old people. You know what that means. Mwah. All right, we'll get on duty. See you soon. Love you.
All right.
Mwah. Bye. All right. Cool. All right. Get the fuck on duty. That's what we were just told.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we have.
You guys gotta drive us back down to Davis so we can change out. Gotta get Oliver kit and get back on. Oh shit. Where you going, buddy?
What do you mean? Where am I going?
Where did my partner go? Did he just teleport?
Yeah.
Fine. We'll just teleport.
Reset lobby. What the fuck am I doing?
What the hell, boy?
Come on. Riffy, are you getting on? Oh, come on. Why is my...
Hey, I'm going back to it.
Trina, are we gonna be a union?
Yeah. If Riffy's getting on, he'll be with us as well.
Alright, I will call out the union for me and you for now.
Okay.
I'm getting
Sounds
on
good.
with you guys.
Is this still NGU training?
Nope. Not anymore.
No, it just ended.
Just ended.
Just ended.
Yeah, I can't do the other training right now because I gotta get on duty, and I said I would. But just give me a time, maybe tomorrow, that we can, or when you're free to do that other one.
Well, I can do it.
Like those people that are at Mission Row PD, there's a huge fire here at 732.
And do what?
752.
Oh, I think
Dispatcher,
I think
sorry.
Taylor wanted to do my training personally. I think I heard him say that before.
I'm gonna be at a 1080 with that black truck. We're
Why
gonna
are
be heading
you-
westbound down Rancho.
North.
I will be in city later tonight, so.
Okay.
Oh, we don't.
We could
It's
probably
gonna be a
do it
1070.
later on tonight. Back.
There's a
Make
huge
sure everyone
building
grab my
fire
weapons.
at 752.
Have my weapons. Have my everything. My radio.
Rivera will be with me.
Let me know if you can see when we go in.
Awesome. Good, good. I'd want him
Suspect getting
there.
back in.
Rivera is a little poogie bear.
Alright, I'm gonna trust you walk in by yourself, alright?
Riff, what are you getting up to? Oh shit.
You're trained.
Suspect heading southbound Rancho.
Charlie 312 show, Charlie 203 and Charlie 312, Union 1 and 8, if not Union 2.
What about
Forward a little
me?
bit. Before a little bit. There we go.
1070 with the man in the red hoodie on something, bro. What's up? I'm gonna need some backup. Postcode 837.
It's me, Harrison, the one that was interested
There's
in
like a
NGU.
huge fire at 752.
So I just spoke to Chase, right? In the emails. He told me that you have to speak with him about me becoming.
Lincoln 837. Contact safer channel 6.
Okay. Tell
I'm
him
gonna
to
need backup
contact
at
me.
postcode 837. I still have that man armed with a gun
Yeah.
and a red hoodie running from me. It's gonna be a 1070.
And that's what he told me.
That good?
Gonna be at 837 right now.
Alright.
Oh, why did we get moved here?
Because we're not in training.
I like going in the regular lobby so people can come in. I don't
Be
like
advised,
hiding
I have a
away.
remote control car going
We're on
eastbound on
the
Rancho.
radio.
Oh,
I only can be on for remaining about 3 hours, so.
oh, Miller, by the way, House talked to me about the radio below us. So if you want to be there, I like to do that now.
Which radio are you talking about? 2?
Yeah. Can you drag me and him into your office?
Oh.
Dispatch,
me
be on the
and you.
lookout for an all-black unmarked Ram
Oh,
truck.
that's what I'm talking about.
Suspect fled from me multiple times
What a
on foot
fucking
and
IC
in
car.
vehicle.
We need to go have a conversation, but it will go
I know.
happen on stream.
You sure about this?
Yep, I am. Just if things go off the rails, just tell him. Wait, oh, hold on, 1 second.
Okay.
One second. You're just. He's just gonna deafen you for 1 second.
Alright.
Okay, so. Yeah, I know House talked to you about everything that's going on and why it's important and everything like that, so I'm going to address it as civilly as possible, make him understand. I'm going to try to do this as much as a fatherly guiding thing as possible.
So I don't guess House has talked to me, because
Oh, okay.
I had heard
Here, hold on.
it was
I'm going
just-
to. No, hold up.
This time, do we have any available safer?
I will.
We'll be done after
Give me a
this
second, I
call,
can't
and we will,
see anything.
proceed your investigation.
Elias, if you need safer, please blow the channel, sir.
Charles 1, Charles 50 direct.
Before I go.
Can meet me at 832. Come up to my office.
Before.
I will.
Hey, Miles, do we have any LSP in one zone?
10-9?
Do we have any LSPD?
But if you got plenty, go ahead.
I'm so sorry down here, 752.
Blocked.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Miles, can I get a LSPD 71 on here to 752?
Turn it off.
Alright. Both of y'all go have a seat on the couch for me.
One sec.
you cancel the
don't
71
sit
request,
next to
hotel.
me yet, cause I gotta
10-4.
somehow disable my radio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Apologies.
I prefer my lawn chair over my desk chair.
Oh,
Back
God.
Charlie for 11, back 10-8.
Go 121. Do we have any state troopers K9 units? 4 go for 1 Rebel 64. Bravo 64, can you come over to MRPD? I'll be on my way. Did you say
Alright,
MRPD?
So I think
Hey, firm.
everyone is pretty aware of what's going on right now. I don't like seeing this because it creates a division, and I mean division in our line of work means people are out doing things without any help if the worst case scenario happens. So as far as this goes, hold on, Chase. I'm gonna move you for just a minute.
Great.
Actually, yeah, you can say.
Just mute.
Yeah. So, Corporal Williams has came to me asking to sit down with all of us and talk the issue out. So just a little reminder that while we're in here talking, I know feelings can get heated, but we're going to keep it completely 100% professional and respect each other's opinions. Correct?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. So I just want to remind you that for this whole thing here, I want to remind you that we are online, and I really hope in this next part going forward that you take some accountability. In my eyes, how do I say this not nicely? Man up for what is what. Let's try to move forward from what is. Things can be, regardless of how things happen, things can be a learning experience, right? For both of us. It's not just a one party thing. We know what happened. I didn't exactly handle it the right way. I can take accountability for what I did. And I like to see the same. I want, for it to be reminded that when we have this talk and shit here that, for one, I want to address something once we get off the bat here. I know for a fact that you've gone around and talked quite a bit of shit about me. I know for a fact I'm the kind of person that spreads around stuff and makes this bigger than it needs to be. but I know for a fact that you've talked a bunch of shit. So can you first take responsibility for that and not lie about that and come clean about that? Because if you can't do that, this conversation's over.
I'll admit that I did because I was heated at that time, and I tried to send you multiple apologies.
Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, it was like for like 2 days. This is not just a one-day thing. So I'm going to give you a second, take a little bit of time, and I want you to really think, okay? Because everybody's going to be aware of the situation and what's going on, and they're aware of the situation and what's going on. So I really want you to think before the next word out of your mouth. I really want you to think about what you're going to say to me, okay? So go ahead. I'm not mad at you. I want to first say, I'm not mad at you. I am the kind of person that we can get fucking past this. Okay? We can. I don't like what you fucking said, and it was a shitty thing to fucking do. Okay? It doesn't mean we can't work past it and you can't grow as a person, correct? So let's try to move in that direction. Okay, cool. So why don't you start off by taking a little bit of accountability? Okay? So I'm going to give you a chance to do that again.
All right. So I did say a lot of things about you for 2 days because I was very, very mad. And I kind of still am. I kind of broke my knuckle. My knuckle hurts. I punched my wall because, like, I was really pissed off that I got administrative leave, and I was just, like, fuming. Like, I
think that's just a showcase of your inability to control your emotions. Hence why what happened before happened. I'm not going to be a person you're going to be around that I'm just going to excuse negative behavior, negative attention seeking, or negative whatever. I'm not that person. You've met me. Just because you don't like you being called out on negative behavior that you engaged in, okay, doesn't mean someone that is telling you something, hey man, fucking smarten up, right? Or putting you in your place. That doesn't mean two things can't be true at the same time. You're a great cop. I appreciate the RP and stuff that we did before, and in that aspect, I respect you. That's why I said professionally, if there's a call, I'll be there. I don't care, right? Regardless how I said that. I don't want to sit in a call with someone who I feel believes like that and is still going to act that way. That's not going to happen. That's more what this is about, type kind of a thing.
Okay.
And then you going around and talking a bunch of shit just because you're fucking mad, and we know what happened. You know what you did, okay, right? And I got angry about it. Right? I understand things happen and you get going and things get said or whatever, but I very clearly said to you, okay, that what you said made me uncomfortable, and then you doubled down. So at that fucking point in my head, I say, fuck you, right? I made it very clear, and I'm a guy who has a lot of boundaries, as you can see, right? So, you know, if you can't respect those boundaries, then that's right? You still got to act professional. You still got to do stuff. That's not an excuse for something. I could have handled it a lot better, but when it comes to that stuff, I got a problem with it. That's all that it comes down to. Okay? I respect you. If you can change your behavior and not, you know, be like that and take accountability for the stuff that you did and be honest and shit like that, I can move past this. But if you're just going to keep trying to drag it out and try to play he said, she says, and play shit against people, I don't play that game. I think you're realizing pretty quick I'm not that kind of guy. So just be straight up and shit with me, man up. Say what happened, we can move past it. We're both men. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So, floor is all yours.
All right. So, I will admit, I did say what I said. Okay. Yeah. Say what? I'll get in trouble again.
No, you won't. It's closed doors. I also want ability for it, and trust that we're in my office behind closed doors. It's